Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be creating camera favor boxes. This one will be without a chain. So let's go ahead and start. We're on Design Space. Now for the camera, I'm going to show you guys when I buy it on Etsy how to upload it to your Design Space. So what I do is, let's go ahead, go to your Etsy account. Or if you're just shopping as a guest on Etsy, just go ahead and go to your purchasing and reviews. You're going to go ahead and find the file you bought, and then you download. It's right here. You see all your files that you have bought. Then you go on your right hand side, download files, and you'll see it right here in the bottom of your screen. See, once you hit download, I'm sorry, you don't see at the bottom of the screen yet. It'll take you automatically to the shop where you bought it from, to your downloads. So then you go right here to download, and now you can see it right here in the bottom of your screen. So we can go ahead and minimize that. Go to your Finder. I'm on my Mac, so it's on Finder. It's called Finder. Bring it to the front. Well, yeah, bring it to the front, and you click on downloads, and it's a zip file. So we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and look for it. Okay, right here, camera zip. What you do is click on it. It's a zip file. When you receive a zip file, what you do is go to this little star right here, click on it, and you're gonna open with, and you choose whatever unzipper file that you have. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one, and it'll place it right next to it. Once it does that right here, I'm just going to go ahead and click on this one, and I'm just going to go ahead and move it to the trash, and I'm going to open it, and you have your 3 images. If it's 3, 4, 5, whatever images you purchase. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and X out of that. You can X out of it, or, I'm sorry, you can X out of it, or you can click on upload. Click on upload image. You can go ahead and browse. It'll take you to your Finder, or click on Finder, set it aside, and we can just drop it here. Click on complex. You don't need to clean your image because it's already cleaned. Click on continue. Let me minimize this. You don't need to do anything else, and you go ahead and click on continue. I'm just going to put camera pink and camera pink. We're going to leave it as a print and cut. And let's go ahead and save it. Okay, once you do that, we follow same technique. Upload image, go to your Finder, drag your item here, complex, continue, continue. This is camera gray, what? I'm just gonna, oh my goodness. Just gonna copy that. And type it again. Did I write that wrong, camera? Anyways. And let's go ahead and save it. And same technique, I'm going to speed it up. Same technique for the 3rd item. Okay, once you do that, we're going to go ahead. Wait for the screen, of course. It's really slow. Click on the image you'll be using. You'll see them on the bottom of the screen, insert images. Okay, it's a huge file, so I'm not going to try to minimize it, rise it up, bring it up. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go ahead and type in 6 here, tab and 6, because it's a huge, it's huge. So let's do the same for all of the rest of them. Let's do for the rest of them. I'm sorry. We're going to do the same for the rest of them. And just that, just in case. 6. Okay, let's set it aside. Okay, now we're going to size them. Because this is a print and cut, unfortunately, the limit size is 6.75 by 9.25. So I'm going to size them 6.75 by 6.75, and we lock it. It's not 6.75. 5.25. Let me see here. You don't want it to look all stretched out. Okay. 6.75 by 5.25. We do the same for the rest. Now, if you want, do not unlock, and the system will give you the preferred size on height. Let's try it. 6.75, enter. And the system says that it will look better, a 4.121. Let's do that. It's great. You see the difference? This look all stretched out. Doesn't look like a nice little camera. So let's go back. 6.75, enter. It's not giving me, so let's do it manually. 4.121. And we lock it. Okay, we have this one. And let's grab this one, and again, 6.75, enter. For some reason it's giving me a 2 instead of a 1, but it's fine. Now, set that aside. We have the front part, we have the camera cut out. Now, let's go ahead and create a base for it. It's a favor box. I don't have pre-made or bought boxes, black boxes. So I'm just going to go ahead and teach you guys how to make it on Design Space if you don't want to go ahead and buy them. If you want, of course, you can always go to Party City or any other store that you can buy black boxes to fit these. Now, look on your canvas. Right here, you see these numbers? Scroll up or down so you can align your numbers, put it all to 0 and 0. And then we're going to go ahead and click on shapes, bring in a square. Let's size this square, which will be a 10 by 10. Automatically, when you put 10, it'll automatically go ahead and size the height to 10. Make sure not to scroll, not to move that 0. So let's go back. I moved it. And let's put it back and place your square, your shape, right here next to those zeros. Now bring in go back to the shapes, I'm sorry, click on a score line. And we're going to go ahead and place this score line on number 2. Let's duplicate this score line. Right here. And we're going to go ahead and all the way down, all the way down. Then we're going to go ahead, if you want, you can just go ahead and duplicate it from here. And we're going to place it on number 8. And this one, raise it a little bit more. 2 and 8. You can go ahead and duplicate this one or use this one. Move it around. And this one will be on number 4. All the way here, and duplicate that same one. Okay, and the next one will be right here on number 6. Okay, make sure your lines are aligned. Mine are a little bit off, so let's just align them. It looks pretty good. Extend this a little bit further out. Okay, this will be cut, so no worries. Okay, once you do that, you align them. Mine is a little bit off, but you get just an example what we can do with this shape to create into a box. Create it into a box. Let's go ahead and highlight the entire image. Now, once you highlight your entire image and you click on attach, Some of the score lines might go to the back. Hopefully this one won't, but I'll teach you guys how to bring them back to the front. Just highlight entire image and click on attach. Hopefully they did not go on the back. You can move it around and your lines are all in the front. We are done with this. We're going to go ahead and select the machine you'll be using. Click on make it. Now for your cameras, you see the black box around your print and cut. It is necessary to have that black box. Why? Because that is the registration mark. Registration mark will let the machine know what it will be cutting. For the print and cut, I'll be using 85 or 100-pound white cardstock to print on. Next, for my box, I'll be using 65-pound or 80-pound cardstock, black cardstock, or you guys can use glittered cardstock. Now, for the glittered cardstock, be careful because when you fold, it might crack depending on the type of cardstock. For the print and cut, you click on that print and cut and we click on continue. Wait for your machine to connect. Once it does that, send to the printer and you select your printer. Add bleed will add a margin beyond the border of your image to eliminate any white border it might have. You click on print. Let me go ahead and load my printer so we can start printing. Okay, once you load your printer to whatever white cardstock you're using, let's go ahead and click on print. Once that prints, we're going to go to the next one. And click on print, send to the printer. Same technique and print. I like to do my prints first and then I'll do the cut. So what I'm going to do is stick my print onto my mat and I'm going to show you guys a picture right in a few seconds so you guys can see how it looks like when you place it, when you stick it onto your mat. Okay, that's the picture right there. Let's go ahead and grab that one and we're going to load it to your machine. Click on the flash and go button so it can feed in. And we're going to go ahead and change our dial to cardstock. And we press the flash and go button. Okay, once it cuts, press the flash and go button so you can release the mat and then it'll go to your second image. So you're going to go ahead and same technique. Okay, once it cuts that one, we're going to go ahead and grab the cardstock that you'll be using, the black cardstock, stick it onto your mat, and then make sure you have your scoring stylus in clamp A, and I'm going to show you the picture. That's your stylus in your clamp A. Stick the cardstock onto your mat. Same technique. Load it to your machine. If you have glittered cardstock, you change your dial to whatever cardstock you're using. Like I said, same technique, load it to your machine, press the flash and go button. Okay, once it cuts, let's go ahead and release it from the mat. Let's go back to the canvas. Let's click on finish. Why? Because we need the back part of the cameras. So what I'm going to do is hide the box because we don't need to cut it again unless you have several of them. So let's just hide it. Click on the image, go on your layers panel on your right hand side and click on the eye and it will hide your item. So it does not delete it. I'm going to bring it back in. You see, click on, click off, and it'll bring it back in and out. For your cameras, again, click on make it. Now, we're going to go ahead and click on mirror. And then the next one, click on mirror. Once you do that, you're going to just follow the same technique. And the reason why that I mirrored it is because it goes on the back side of our favor box. If you do not mirror the image, it would not align properly. Let's go ahead and click on continue and follow the same steps. Once you do all this, that you print, I'll see you guys back at the table so we can start assembling our favor boxes. Now that we're back at the table, let's go ahead and start. We have the cutouts. We have front and back of the camera cutouts. We have the box piece, which you'll see your score lines. We have the reptile glue. And what I do is I'll just go ahead and pass a little bit of glue on this small bottle because it's easier to handle. And then I have my Exacto knife, or you could get scissors. Now for the Exacto knife, what I do is, let me place this way, you can see it better this way. Get your Exacto knife, and what I failed to do on Design Space was, instead of a score line, I would have done a cut line, but it's okay. You can go ahead and fix that, or you can leave it the way it is. What I do is just go down with your Exacto knife or scissors and just cut here. And then turn it around and do the same on the other side. Once you do that, you go ahead and fold where your score lines are. And what I do is go ahead and place glue on this tab. We're going to close it and then place glue on this tab and then close it. So what's going to happen is it'll be a box, which will be this way. This is the box. I did not fold here. And I did not fold on this side. Okay, go back again. We're going to fold, glue, fold, and fold. It will be just like this. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, once you do that, you have your box. And I'm just going to give you the measurement of the box. The box measures approximately 6 inches wide, and then tall measures 4 inches. Okay, you have your box. Once you have your box and it's dry, we're going to go ahead and grab your first cutout, which is the front, and then grab your second cutout, which is this one. You can use, again, hot glue will bulge it up a little bit, but I do just a little bit of the liquid glue. And make sure to put it on your table. Okay, once you do that, we're going to go ahead and add glue. I'm going to add glue. I prefer adding the glue here just in case when I place it down, I don't add glue all the way on the side. So I'm just going to go ahead and add glue right here. Place it on. Turn it around. And you go ahead. Okay, my particular customer did not want the chain on it because usually I make these like a purse. But maybe... So when I usually make it as like a purse, well then I add the chain and it goes on the sides. Okay, next, same technique on the other side. Okay, we have our favorite box finished. Enough space to put a lot of goodies inside. I'm going to finish the rest and I will post a picture at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And as usual, happy crafting!